What's going on, guys? Asian Eyes White Dragon here. So this is my deck profile for the Chaos deck that I've been running. It's still in beta. I'm still testing it out, seeing what works and what doesn't. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you the deck, and then I'll explain some of the cards as I go along. So first off, Black Luster Soldier, very good in Chaos. No explanation for him. Then we got Double Breaker. Breaker just really nets more control over the game. Just because if your opponent has control, what you can do is you summon Breaker, and if they have a stronger monster out, they usually won't Solemn it. So what you can do is you can destroy their Solemn or destroy whatever their back row is, and then creature swap, because essentially that's using Breaker as an MST, and Breaker usually gets his summon through. Just because they're oh, okay, if I have, a Dark Armed on the field or something strong on the field, I won't, Solemn Warning your Breaker, just because that'd be kind of pointless. But then the creature swap comes out, and as of right now, Solemn Judgment's the only answer to creature swap, and yeah, that will kind of hurt at sometimes, but, paying, half your life points just to swap creature swap, I don't know. But sometimes you do need to do it. But yeah, I really just do like the Breaker. It just really has that control aspect. If my opponent goes summon Thunder King, set 1, and I summon Breaker, if they Veiler or negate my Breaker summon, it's fine because I can just get out Chaos Sorcerer. But yeah, usually when your opponent goes summon Thunder King, set a few cards, and you go summon Breaker, they won't negate Breaker. So what you do is you pop one and then you creature swap, and then that way you have Thunder King, which is a really good card for control. Plus you've eliminated one back row. So it's really good stuff. Next card, Double Card Trooper. I really do like Card Trooper just because it's another target for Call of the Haunted that's chainable. You do have Dimensional Alchemist, and you have Sangan, and Card Troopers are all targets where if your opponent destroys your face down Call of the Haunted, you just chain it and you'll get a card. Really good stuff. Plus I do like the mill. Plus point for point Thunder King is so good, and on top of that, people like to deep prison Card Trooper, but then the Dimensional Alchemist gets it back anyway, so really good stuff. I really do like Card Trooper quite a bit. Next up, we got 2 Chaos Sorcerer. I wish I could bump it up to 3. I just really don't have room. I mean, it doesn't really clog because, Raikou gets the mill, you get Effect Blade to go to the grave, and Tour Guide into anything. That nets you the Dark already. And once Chaos Sorcerer dies, he counts as a Dark in the grave, so you can just Chaos Sorcerer for Chaos Sorcerer. Really good stuff, as long as you do have the light targets. But yeah, really good stuff. I wish I did have room for Glow Up Bulb and 1-for-1, just because the plays with Arcanite Magician are just really good. Yeah, next up, Dark Armed Dragon. I do still like to play Dark Armed, and the decks that I'm running Tour Guides in, just because Tour Guide to Sangan, search another card with Sangan equals, Dark Armed. Really good stuff, plus removing from play Gores, and then getting Gores back with Dimensional Alchemist, or if I Allure of Darkness Dark Armed, they'll be oh, he has a bad hand, but then you just summon Dimensional Alchemist, and you just add Dark Arm back. Pretty good stuff. Next up, Dimensional Alchemist, really good. I like his attack, how it's relatively strong, with the effect. 1800, not that bad. Plus he is Fairy. I mean, if off chance that you could somehow fit Kirstia into a Chaos deck, it'd be pretty cool stuff. But, yeah, Dimensional Alchemist is just really good just for netting that extra card. It's really nice. Also, again, Call of the Haunted, so if they destroy face down Call of the Haunted, you just chain it and you get removed from play monster back. Plus, it makes Allure of Darkness an auto +1. Next card up, we got 3 Veilers for the extra lights in there. Plus, it's just the style of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I've been liking. This format is just hand traps and really low on the actual traps. But yeah, Call of the Haunted's chainable, so it's really good. And then next up, we got Gores, just because you don't really run any back rows. 3 Max C, it's just the 3 Max C are the hand traps that I do like. I wish I did have room for Crow because it is also dark, but Max C is just too good not to be playing. The next up we got 2 Raikous. I do wish I could put 3, but it seemed 2 was good just because you do have a lot of good normal summons. You have a really good normal summon when you summon Breaker, Card Trooper, you have the Tour Guides, and you still have Dimensional Alchemist. So you have a lot of relatively decent summons. There is no Thunder King in here. The reason why I didn't play Thunder King for is because I wish I had more protection to protect Thunder King, because I don't really like losing Thunder King to things like Cyber Dragon. It's just really unfortunate. But yeah, I just really felt Thunder King really does need the back row. Yeah, Thunder King does shut down a lot of stuff, and it forces them to attack and then main phase 2 synchro or do whatever they do. But yeah, I just felt Thunder King wasn't the greatest option, because usually Thunder King will get Solemn Warning, and whereas when I'm setting my my Raikous, they won't Solemn Warning that. Dimensional Alchemist does get Solemn Warning at some times, just because they don't want me to be able to net the not only the card, but being able to remove. But yeah, it does kind of hurt when you mill Reborn with Dimensional Alchemist, but it happens. Next up, 3 Tour Guide and Sangan. Really simple combo. I mean, yeah, it just gets you those Darks in the Grave really fast. Plus, like, if you remove anything with Dimensional Alchemist, you can go for Levier, this guy over here, and you can just get the card back. Especially when you remove Dimensional Alchemist, if that card is removed, and you have other cards that are removed, like, it's really good if you go Levier, get back Dimensional Alchemist, activate Dimensional Alchemist effect. You have 2 1800 attackers, plus you get to net an extra card once again when Dimensional Alchemist dies. So that's a really huge plus, because you're using one card right here, which is essentially Tour Guide, and then you get out Levier and you get out Dimensional Alchemist. So it's like a +2 essentially, and like especially when you add cards like Black Cloud Soldier back, really good stuff. Next up, we got double Tragoedia. It's kind of like my preference. As you guys know, that I really do like Tragoedia. Plus, it works really well because you don't have too many things set on the field, so you'll have a large hand. The next up, 3 creature swap, just because the card's really good. I really do like it with Tour Guide Sangan, because you go Tour Guide Sangan, creature swap, swap Sangan and their other beater, and then you can like get your Sangan's effect. Really good stuff. And then we got Dark Hole, Heavy, Mind Control, Reborn. Those are basically staples in my opinion. I do consider Mind Control because that card is just way too good. Like, because I do have Veilers like to synchro up, plus taking people's Sangan and XYZing with it so they don't get the effect. Really good. And then next up, Avarice, just because you have the Millen with Raikou, you do also have like the Tour Guide to go for like the XYZ, so you're getting cards really fast in the grave, and so it does work, and it's really good. Next up, we got 3 Duality just to add consistency to the deck, but the deck really doesn't have any really bad draws. But yeah, like a kind of bad matchup is honestly like the Rabbit deck, because that deck is just way too fast and you don't have any backer to essentially protect it. I mean, you have Max C to just net a +1, but creature swap does hurt them a lot. But yeah, and then we have double Call of the Haunted, pretty good stuff. As I said before, just getting back extra cards is just really good. And sometimes you can go for like, you can get back Chaos Sorcerer if it was, special summoned properly. You can just get that back. Really good stuff. And then we got Trap Dust Shoot, and the last card in here, Allure of Darkness, just because, you can allure whatever, and Dimensional Alchemist gets you that card back anyways. So really good stuff. Then as far as the extra deck, I do run Ancient Sacred Wyvern, just because Effect Veiler is a light tuner, and sometimes this card's ridiculous. Like, it just goes for game. We got Arcanite Magician because Chaos Sorcerer plus Effect Veiler, because Effect Veiler is a spellcaster. We can make an Arcanite Magician for some pretty cool stuff. I'm sorry, you need a non-tuner spellcaster. But yeah, I'm sorry. Chaos Sorcerer is a spellcaster, and Effect Veiler, yeah. But yeah, you can still make the Arcanite Magician with that. But anyways, next up we got Black Rose, Bryo, Colossal, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Trish, Gachi. I mean, that doesn't really come out ever, but I just kind of had extra room, and honestly, there should be another Levier in here. I would recommend just taking out Gachi, because you're not going to really make it. But yeah, go ahead and put in another Levier, the Sea Dragon. I'm not sure how Gachi got in there. But I mean, I guess it could make it with like a Raikou, but realistically, no, you want 2 Leviers. And then we got number 17, a Utopia, a Roach, and a Zenmaines. You can maybe go for double of these guys if you want, because he's quite good. But as far as extra deck, I mean, you don't really synchro much. It's just really go for XYZs. But yeah, that's been my deck profile of the Chaos. I'm still working on the deck, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.